everyone, we're continuing our walkthrough now of SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom 15-minute version. This is part 63 of our SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom 15-minute version walkthrough. In the last part, we were finishing up the Flying Dutchman's graveyard, I believe, and we started SpongeBob's Dream. And we got the spatula right by SpongeBob's Dream, which is named Follow the Bouncing Ball. And we adventured around to Sandy's Dream, and we did this stuff all around her tree dome before going in, including paying for the clam to open the spatula named Super Bounce. And we're right now getting shiny objects from the Super Ultra Mega Monster combo in the beginning to make our method with the clam work. So we'll continue. Oh, and by the way, when I was doing part 48, I realized when I was saying the fraction to the beat, I had a mistake because I didn't realize it could reduce even more to 12/25. So if I could explain it to the Jellyfish Fields beat, it's... So we'll go to Jellyfish Fields for just a minute because I am gonna try and explain to the beat. So we'll get shiny objects around here. We'll get shiny objects around here to make this method work. See, it's saying if SpongeBob walks too far out from the gameplay area, he will be placed back at the last checkpoint. And that's what it'll say for Patrick and Sandy, too. Okay, so the explaining to the beat will happen really soon. See, there's a pair of underwear we can't reach. There we go. We had to make sure to get a super combo. A super monster, I mean. But we'll continue on with SpongeBob's Dream and Sandy's Dream in just a little bit. Okay, so I think it's right around here where I'll explain. So I'll try and make I'll make an update on part 48 in the segment I explained to you on the beat for what the reduced fraction for spatulas were for the game at that time. But originally I said 24/50ths, but instead at that time we were 12/25 done with the game. See, I explained the reduced fraction for part 48 during the beat of Jellyfish Fields. So now we'll go back to Sandy's Dream, but update wise from there, you could tell spatula wise we're 17/25 done with the game, spatula-wise, and sock-wise, we're 15/16 done, sock-wise, we're 15/16 done with the game. So now we'll go to sliding Texas style in SpongeBob's Dream, and just a sec. So now we're getting these, because of our method not really working, we have to do this super ultra mega monster combo kind of a whole lot. So from here, I believe we have to do it 4 times. Yeah, each time it looks like we can get 300, so that's pretty good. Now from this next time we'll die, I think we could stay alive. I think we could stay alive and get the shiny objects that we need. Or no, I don't think so. So let's do this again, just one more time. And then, while they give us the shiny objects, we'll die. And now, since we opened the teleport box in the last part, because we're now in the right range, we could do the sky slide. See, we're at exactly 23,000 shiny objects. Do you see that? So we're going to go on the path. We're going to go on the left path. Or no, we'll actually come down to this path. Or no, this is the right path. I didn't realize this until now. So we'll go over here to this clam eventually. But we have to get these green shiny objects first. So see? When we come on this patch,
hello, Plankton.
We'll talk with Plankton.
That's what I need, a creature with a backbone.
Now see, it's saying, do you want to feed the clam 2,800 shiny objects to open this gate? So I'll say yes. And do you see how this clam is 2,800 shiny objects? According to the clams we've been feeding in all the places adventure-wise, Jellyfish Fields, there was one clam at Jellyfish Lake to pay 2,000 shiny objects to go through the gate. And at downtown Bikini Bottom, there was one clam of 2,100 shiny objects we had to pay for the gate to open to go to the Sea Needle. And also the same amount of shiny objects at the downtown rooftops to make the button be deactivated to do the challenge named Swingin' Sandy. And at Goo Lagoon, the first of the clams we had to pay 2,200 shiny objects for was for a challenge named Over the Moat. And when you saw the shiny objects finished feeding, a button came up from the water to do the challenge. And then the second of the clams we had to do 2,200 shiny objects for. Well, for the first of the 2,100 clams, it was at downtown Bikini Bottom, and like the downtown streets. And then the second of them was at the downtown rooftops. And then the first of the Goo Lagoon clams of 2,200 is at the Goo Lagoon Beach. And the second of them is for the spatula named Tower Bungee at the Goo Lagoon Pier. And then the first of the clams that are 2,300 in the Mermalair is is where we have to pay it for the Patrick Teeter-Totter to go to the spatula named the Spinning Towers of Power, where you see Barnacle Boy is. And then the second of them is to open the pathway to get the sock we can get at the Murmulaire security tunnel. And then the clam of 2,400 shiny objects we had to pay was for that bungee where I told you it was for a sock and shiny objects at the Trench of Advanced Darkness in Rock Bottom. And then for the clam of 2,500, it was for the spatula named Frosty Bungee in Sand Mountain, where you saw Plankton there at Sand Mountain. And then for the clam of 2,600 at the Kelp Forest, it was at the Kelp Swamp, and we had to pay to open a gate, like you could tell with this 2,800 we're doing, and like the 2,001 in Jellyfish Lake at Jellyfish Fields. But also, after the gate opens, a bungee hook also comes down, so it was kind of worth it because they gave us both. But that's for the 2,600 clam at in the Kelp Swamp at the Kelp Forest. And then for the Flying Dutchman's Graveyard, for the first 2,700, it opens the treasure chest to do a path through the goo. And also it will open the challenge named A Path Through the Goo. And I suggest you cruise bubble the window before you pay that clam, because then you'll see what the path looks like, number one. And number two, it'll be easier to do the challenge. And then the second of the 2,700 shiny object clams we had to pay was for the spatula named Shipwreck Bungee at the Graveyard of Ships in the Flying Dutchman's Graveyard. And then the last of these is this 2,800 shiny object clam that we have to pay for this challenge named Swingers Ahoy. And this is the biggest amount of shiny objects clam-wise to do challenges or continue on in the whole game starting from 2,000. Does that make sense clam-wise? See, we're paying for it now.
Who puts challenges in their own dreams?
Squirrels, we're tough like that.
Oh, you'll need to be real tough to make this series of swings.
I could do it in my sleep.
So when we reach over there,
You are asleep.
like, you know, down at the bottom where you see the robots came.
As I said, in my sleep.
Haha. Well, but when we reach down there to where the robots you see were, we'll stop the part there.
Well, there's a golden spatula out there for you if you make it far enough.
I'll do it so fast, it'll make your head spin faster than a horny toad on a merry-go-round.
Why can't I ever just dream normal dreams of world domination? These swingers lead to something. These swingers lead to something.
So now we'll go on them. So now for this challenge, you have to go on the top, then the bottom, then this top, and then you have the rope like this, and then you have to go as far as you can until you can't rope anymore. Then grab onto this one like so, and do it with these other three. So we'll stop here. So yeah, most likely in this video, we got the amount of shiny objects that we needed in order to pay for the clam, which you saw we paid for in this video. And we passed the swing hooks, like we just did the swing hooks, and we're right now about to do the challenge we paid 2,800 shiny objects for, except for the spatula right now. So we'll do that in the next video. So yeah, that'll end part 63, and I'll see you guys in part 64.